Welcome back everyone, I'm the Depressed Dior, and this is Genius of Sappheiros Weekend. I went ahead and quickly started the recording because I had stumbled upon another formation. I have an idea. How's this formation look? This formation increases the resistances of all 5 members. I'll call it Neo Hakurei type. Neo Hakurei type. I think the requirement for Neo Hakurei type is to get Reimu to level 36, I think? What level is she? 37. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like I said, I did level up my other characters, but I hadn't been using the save point over here. So I went and used it, and I completely forgot about it, so there you go. I'll go ahead and show off some stuff I did collect. Let's see, none of this is new. Yeah, none of that's new. I think I got like a water shard, but that's not important. What is important is I did get the White Flag of the Dead, which is a strong little wand here that gives Exorcism 50, which means I can ignore magic barriers a lot better. So I equipped that to Patchouli and transferred the rune staff to Satori. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else I found as far as drops. I have gone on a little ahead of where I was. I've fought some monsters in the next section that I was in. But I didn't activate any switches or open any chests. I just fought the enemies because I wanted to get certain skills ahead of time, just so I don't have to deal with it later. Speaking of... Actually, there's a few skills I need to show you guys. Don't die. Yeah, I do. Sakya. Sakya learns Empty World. What Empty World does is it just removes the field effect. I guess it's good if you just want to remove a field effect, but you're usually just better off just replacing it with one of your own. And that does the exact same thing and gives you a benefit, so I don't know if it's really that good. But Sakya doesn't really... It might be good for like Sakya simply because her field effects are not as good. You know, like close to your world, some of them are just ones you generally don't want to use, like Killer World. You generally don't want to use close to your world if you're going to be healing at all. And alright, Satori. Satori has 9 pages worth of skills now, by the way. So yeah, that's going for us. Alright, nothing on that list. Should be good for most of these. Flash of lightning. In my little Excel spreadsheet, this is actually listed as lightning, but lightning and flash of lightning are 2 different spells. You can't learn lightning, but you can learn flash of lightning. Flash of lightning, you can learn... the regular lightning spell is from pretty much anything... Those, like, fairies that we fight cast it, but you can't learn it. Flash of lightning, on the other hand, you can learn, and you start seeing it against the green UFOs and the plasmas. So, it has a kind of a really low chance of learning, so it did take a few tries to actually get this skill. It's just like the other AoE elemental spells, it's just for electric. That's the only difference. Besides that, I also got Reflect Wall. Now, Reflect Wall was a huge pain in the butt to learn, because for one, I had to fight the stronger monsters in the next section, which it's going to be from a monster you guys haven't seen yet. It's these cat things that are that use nothing but support spells, like AoE attack buffs and stuff like that. And what makes it really difficult to learn is they have 6 spells. And you can only, when you control them, you can only cast 4 of their spells. And the 4 spells you can cast when you control them are the ones you can't learn. So the 2 spells that you can learn from them, you have to get lucky with a control or a charm spell to hit them before they cast the spell. The other problem is Reflect Wall is faster than my charm spell, or Byakuran's charm spell, so I had to use Eye as a commander bomb and hope it worked out. A lot of times, it just kept casting other spells, or it just kept attacking itself until it killed itself. But anywho, Reflect Wall, very expensive spell, 54 MP, multi-target reflects magic attacks. I think it only lasts for 1 round, but it reflects all magic, like anything. Like literally, one of the times I tried to use the charm spell, it cast Reflect Wall first, and I practically killed myself. Because all the spells that I was casting during that turn reflected right back at me. It uses a bomb, which that's not really a big deal because I have a lot of bombs now. and has a 4-turn cooldown, which is actually going to be a 2-turn cooldown soon enough. So there you go. So yeah, she gets some really good buff spells, as I mentioned. There is one other spell I can learn from those cat things, but you have to be level 50. And unfortunately I'm only level 46. So really all I wanted to do is show off that formation, and when we come back, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here, and when we come back I'll be back on track. So, be right back. Good news, everyone. I don't have to kill 100 of those oarfish. I think it's 50. I'll show it in a second. I'm exhausted. Maybe I should have just went to bed instead. Oh, you all again. My, you're energetic. As you can see, my brethren are all in this fallen state. Your brethren? Are you talking about these huge fish? I cannot hide them any longer. I will give you the secret manual, so please let them run this next time. Thunderline. Erg. I don't get it, but I feel like a villain. Alright. So I was keeping tally until I realized there's a yokai encyclopedia, and I can just, you know, pull it up. I've killed 52 of them. So I'm guessing it's 50 instead of 100, which is at least better. It's not 100, so I don't have to worry about it anymore. That's nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the formation references. Let's see. Thunderline. Oh good, it's 5-person. Column formation, basically enhanced free fights, may be useful aside from its elect bonus. So, let me take a look at this. Defense down, boost electric resistance, and speed up. Not bad. If it didn't have the defense down, I would actually make it my new boss formation. Anyway, I still need to do some grinding. I'm at level 49 now. It's slow going now because I have to rely on Yukaris to actually I called them Yukaris, didn't I? How many of these things have I killed anyway? Purple bunnies. Oh, Yukaris, not Yukaris. Yeah, I've killed 20 of these Yukari sisters. I thought they had a different drop, but they actually just have the same drop, which is this Yukari medals. So I don't need to worry about any rare drops from them. But I still want to kill them because they give, you know, over 3,000 XP. So yeah, I've killed a lot of Yukari sisters. I've also gotten a lot of gold and other materials. The crow tingus, go figure, actually drop crow feathers for Aya if I ever want to actually make anything for Aya besides her armor. Skill-wise, Moko learned a new skill, finally. She learned Fujiyama Volcano, which is her signature move. Single target, fire elemental, has high damage and cause burn. So that's pretty good. Sakia, I don't think there's anything for her. Yomu. Yomu learned Counter Beacon. It's a self-target buff that allows counterattacks. What else did we get? Oh yeah, I also got Earthquake, which is just a improved form of the AoE, just like the other ones. Also got Call Lightning, if I didn't mention that already. Satori, nothing new just yet. Nothing for her, and none of these characters are leveled. I've gotten a lot of growth points, because growth points aren't affected by levels. Anything else? Oh yeah, a few new drops. I don't know if I mentioned the auto bomb. Actually, I think I have. It blocks anything, low evasion, standard stuff. The other thing is the sky robe, which I got from, I think it was from those electric falcons or whatever. Has practically almost immunity to restrict effects, which is restrict effects are things like silence, things that restrict certain skills. That's pretty much what it does. Overall, it has higher defense and M defense, so I went ahead and gave it to her and moved the venom robes downwards. Besides that, I did craft a few new items. Let's see if I can pull them up. I also got a muscle belt too, which is just plus 60 HP. Due to the fact that I'm using a translation patch, it doesn't really show the actual number of items. I think I mentioned that before. That's why I have dot amount of fire shards and Q amount of electric shards. I did craft a petrification guard, which gives you almost immunity to petrify. It was pretty cheap to make. It was literally like it was like a like a rock and an iron or something ridiculous. And I had tons of it, so I went and made some. Besides that, I think I also crafted one other item, but I don't remember what it was. Strict. Pretty sure I crafted something else, but I don't remember. Or maybe I did. Who knows? Anyway, I gotta do a little bit more grinding, but at least I got that formation. So now I don't have, there's no other, none of the other formations require any grinding, I don't think. Some of them require certain quests, but we'll deal with quests once we get to the expansion. So there you go. Let me be right back, and we'll continue from there. Alright, and we're back. As you can see, Satori's now level 50, and that means I can learn almost every skill in the game now. So it's like 4 skills I can't learn. So let's show them off. I learned, let's see, Starlight Barrier, which requires level 50. It's learned by the same monsters that you learn Reflect Wall from, which I will show off soon enough. It negates all damage for 1 turn. It's very powerful. It does have a 9-turn cooldown though, which I think it's down to 7 with the growth points. What else did I get? Oh, Time Stop from those moon people. That's pretty self-explanatory. Also, I got Innervation from them as well, which is considered an earth attack, which is kind of interesting. While I was in Inte, I did get 1 drop. It was from one of the carrot-holding enemies. Carrot-holding bunny people or whatever. It's the Cuisinart's sword. It can turn anything to mincemeat. It has physical deflect 15%. Deflect, as far as I can tell, is just like blocking an attack. Well, no, that's not right. Deflect is like evading a physical attack. That's pretty much what it is, but it'll say deflect instead. The only person I've seen that does deflect is Alice right now. I did do a little bit of leveling with Alice and some of the other characters just to kind of catch them up. I also crafted some new items, but they aren't too important right now. Like, I crafted the Midnight Robe, which is Marissa's specific armor. And what else? I crafted the Carbine, mainly for the Slayer Transcendence, Voyager the Magicians. Nidori's a good character, it's just she relies heavily on chasers or slaying effects. And I haven't been really using a party that effectively uses chasers or slaying. So that's why I haven't really been using her. Then, you know, Giant Two-Handed Sword is awesome. So, we're back here. Most of the monsters are respawned. I killed a few of them just so you didn't have to refight them. Okay, yeah, this area's clear. No big deal. Anything else I missed? I don't think so. Yeah, I think we're good. Let me go ahead and spend growth points. I've been putting points into Horai just to increase, like, HP and auto-resing, even though auto-resing doesn't really do anything. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Alright. So, next area. Alright. Shizas. Shizas are a purely support monster. They do nothing but buffs. They do have a physical attack, and that's about it. This is the monster you would learn Reflect Wall and Starlight Barrier from. You cannot learn it through control. You have to charm them and let them cast it on you. It's kind of troublesome to learn. Other than that, I believe you guys already know about the Expert in the Mountain Man. So for now, we're going to just target that. I'm going to go ahead and stick with physical attacks because I'm worried about Reflect Wall. Reflect Wall is a fast spell, so if I try to cast it and it goes off first, I will definitely hurt myself. And Reflect Wall affects the entire party too, so there you go. Yeah, and they also know like things like reduce damage by half of like physical and magical. Then they have buff attack and buff magic abilities, like hyper weapon and all that stuff. I was tempted to try to like go with a different party, but really this party is just the most effective at doing what I need to do. Nidori would be good here, but like I said, the rest of my characters are just that good with their instant death effects. Alright, Rusty Blade, that's for, yeah, that's for Yomu, I believe. switches. Alright, some steel down here. Alright, more Mind Flayers. Mind Flayers are considered, even though I call them demon types, the correct term is actually Transcendent, and yeah, that's really all you need to know. So, Nidoru's actually good against, if you equip her with a Carbine, you can actually probably shred up Mind Flayers pretty easy with the multiple hit attacks that she knows. Alright, I'll try to get some stuns off. Also, Saki has gotten a little bit faster because I've gone down her tree where it increases her weapon speed. So, that's why she attacks first most of the time now. Right now, Patchouli and Saki are both equipped with items that give them rather practical immunity to paralysis. So at least we'll have 2 attackers when I'm fighting them, unless I get really unlucky. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and do Meteor Zapper. Anything I have? Okay, Meteor Zapper. Ultimate Vision. Attack this thing. And we're good. Okay, Mana Flare, that boosts magic attack. A lot. And go figure, I got paralyzed even despite having that item equipped. In fact, I'm in a little bit of trouble right now. And everyone's paralyzed, so I'm gonna die. Yep, there you go. Well, that went fast. Fine, we'll make sure it doesn't happen. Because, as you can see right now, I am equipped with usually prevented disable, and will almost always be prevented of paralysis. I have a way to fix that. I do this. Unequip that. Say hi to Corin. This is what you can do. You can take the this is the Black Cat's Twin Tails. It takes the Ghost Cat tail that you already have, 1 gold, and it'll make it always prevented. No almost, always. So guess what? I'm doing that. So there you go. At least she will always be immune. That's why I don't like Mind Flayers. Trust me, that has happened more often when I played it on a normal mode. It's just very annoying to have, like, even despite having the right equipment equipped, there's still that random chance that you'll just get screwed. Most of these monsters respawn because of all the grinding I've been doing off screen. Thankfully, I don't really need to do much grinding anymore. I still need to get, there are 2 formations that do require some grinding, and that's involving Sine and getting her leveled up. But I'll deal with that later. It's not that important. Bad part about dying is there's always that possibility that monsters will respawn. Oh good, you guys are still here. Now the problem is if she decides to do Reflect Wall, then I'm in trouble. Nope, Hyper Armor. That's even worse. Oh, there it is, Reflect Wall. Goodbye, Patchouli. It's nice knowing you. And since I hit multiple enemies, that means all of them reflect, which is not fun. I believe these things are immune to paralysis, because I've never been able to paralyze. Well, actually I have, it's just very rare. I mean, what really killed us was the fact that they buffed magic, and that just did more damage. But it happens. Not much you can do about it. Yeah, as you can see, I'm getting less experience. It's just... Oops. Yeah, that's the right way. This place might look a little familiar. Probably not. Alright. Predas? I don't know if you guys seen Predas. There's not much to say about them. They're undead. They're vulnerable to fire. That's about it. Satori's doing a lot better than I remembered. Like, attack-wise. I think it's because I actually am using a wand instead of an eyeball as her weapon. Because really the eyeballs aren't that good. Boo. Incandescent shield. Okay, it's for the fire. It's a fire shield. All right, Brontosaurus. These are dragon types. That's really all you need to know. Go ahead and double slash it. It's just another one of those big monsters that you can tear up. There's nothing you can learn from them, as far as I can tell. Well, besides Thunder Breath, but I already know Thunder Breath. They multi-attack. They're relatively fast, unless they do their breath attack. Alright. Kind of EDM magic at the moment. That's okay. I'll probably stick with using wands for most of my characters, or for the my caster characters, because it's simply you get more out of it, and it's not really worth crafting a lot of the other items. Or if I really feel like doing patch all these physical damage and equipping a book. Alright. Let's do the 5, huh? Okay, we're good for a moment. Sometimes I kill them in one shot, sometimes I don't. Whoa, control magic. Isn't that the actual control spell? I'm probably going to stick with swords with Moko. Right now, the only thing we have that's actually strong against Mind Flayers is slashing damage. So, that's really all we got. Except the 2 people equipped. Alright, at least we took those guys out. I'll definitely look forward to not fighting Mind Flayers anymore. Some iron. Ah, Ace Powers. They're just stronger forms of power. Not much else to say about them. Silent Celine. We'll see if we can paralyze him. Nope. There we go. They're angels, so they're weak against dark, usually. And they attack twice. And this battle's over. Okay. So if you go here, bam, look, we're back in the wait a minute, this is a different area. For a second I thought this was actually the shortcut, or one of the shortcuts, but it isn't. So yeah, we're in another area of the first area, which is good, because that means we don't have to deal with any annoying things. Like, I don't know, Mind Flayers. This is Fujiyama Volcano. It looks a lot like the other attack except a different color. Gold key. Large cherry blossom petal. Berserk charm control will usually be prevented. Okay, cool. I like doing nearly 5,000 damage, it's nice. Unfortunately, Boko doesn't have very many bombs unless you try to, you make an effort to get some. Which I usually don't. Okay, steel. From here. That's a lot of bad guys. What's over here? Donation box. Wonderful. Some blank scroll. Yeah, I'm kind of avoiding enemies at the moment. Gold. Enemies. Satori feather. And more of you guys. Also, another good thing about Nitori is her gun tree actually has one of her last abilities is the ability to ignore perfect dodge. Which is kind of situational. I believe Aya can do the same thing, where she can also ignore perfect dodge. Oh, this is the other shortcut. So there you go. You can now freely come and go from here now. It's not much of a shortcut, to be honest, but it's better than nothing. I did promise that I would stop killing those eels, or fish, sorry. But that's not gonna happen. I think that's everything in this room. Yep, well that didn't take too long. I've still got a bazillion enemies in here, though. A lot of things are vulnerable to slashing, it's kind of weird. There are a lot of enemies that are rather resistant to blunt, though, so that's also why I'm not using the gloves instead of Moko's signature weapon. Whoa. Okay. Getting a little troublesome. I don't even know what selfs are weak against besides slashing. Right. Here we go. bombs left. Oh good, you got one. It's 8,000 damage. Too bad the boss we're going to be fighting is not going to be vulnerable to fire. Spoiler, I guess. Alright, we want fire, and Mind Blast. I hate when they transfer over to a target that can't be hurt. They're usually the AI as far as like automated stuff. Water shard. You can they're usually pretty good about hitting enemies that they should be hitting. This is this area. Okay, so we got the gold key. Awesome. So we're done here. Alright, so we got some switches we can mess around with. Eyeball. Kinda lost track of what I was saying, but that's okay. Or maybe I already said it. It's really early in the morning, if you guys don't know. I kinda have a backlog of these videos now, and I don't exactly want to go too far ahead, but... Alright, does that actually remove... The thing is, I don't know if it removed the barrier up there. I don't think it does. We'll just go down here. I'm thinking about electric crystal. I'm thinking about just backtracking and seeing if that will work. Alright, these are Raijins. They're giants. They have some really nasty AoE lightning attacks. I believe they're vulnerable to earth. We'll see. Yep. They're tough if you let them get attacks off, which when I was trying to get the reflect wall spell, I kept running into a Shiza and then a Raijin, and then it's a little partner, which we haven't seen yet. And both of them together just shred you if you're not careful. Down here? Nope. Alright. Birdie, fire, and Mind Blast. I'm really glad I kind of built Satori this way. With a lot more emphasis towards getting more MP. That way her high cost kind of mitigate each other. And this, I believe, is another shortcut area. Yeah, it takes us back to here. This is Fujin. This is the other thing, that the partner I was talking about. Still vulnerable to the same stuff, so it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, tornado, but they're not as fast. Oh, another water shard. I actually have enough to make that armor now, the water equivalent of the awesome armor I've been using. But I don't really have too many people to equip it to. Actually, I have one person I can equip it to, so I guess I could use it if I really want to. Not a big deal, though. Alright, we want to attack this thing. And we don't need to use Mind Blast. Mind Blast's damage has been rather impressive. I never expected her to do 500 or 600 damage with it. It's not entirely on par with Patcholi's magic, but it's still rather good for a character that's not exactly a primary in anything. Earth Crystal. And Fujian and Raijin together. Flash of Lightning. I think one of them is just focused on like actual wind spells, even though they're just not really a difference. And the other one just uses like lightning. Also, Mountain Men, they just do debuff. They apparently do control magic and mass heal. And that's about it. Maybe some debuffs. Wait, is there any other routes we can take? Or is this it? Okay, I think I understand what I'm supposed to do then. There's supposedly a way to actually get stuck in this level. Like, you can have the switches in a way that make it impossible to complete. I really don't want to fight you guys, but whatever. So this is probably the puzzle part of the dungeon, and we're not even in this. We're not even in the last part of it yet, which will have new enemies for us to fight. Hopefully it's the enemies I'm looking for, because there's still, I think there's like 1 or 2 moves I can still learn from this place. And well, the boss also has a move I can learn, but it's not that important. Ooh, not good. This is what happens when you do things out of order. Alright. And I could do it off screen, but I'd rather show you guys, like, kind of how this level works. It's kind of a bit annoying. Requires a little bit more work than other Switch puzzles. Oh, Moku's got bombs. Moku's max bombs is 3, which is why I'm kind of always pulling back on using them. I'm gonna try to avoid these enemies as best as possible, but I can't really make any promises. Or at least, like in these areas I've already cleared out before. You gotta be kidding me. And there we go. Yeah, Thunder Breath counter. So, okay, we can go back to there, which is good. Okay, so what how should I do this? So that's not gonna work. Annoying, very annoying. Oh wait. There is a way we can do this. Alright, we're covering this part. Can do is just backtrack this way, I think. Take us back to here, and then we can just loop around this way. Let's see if that actually reveals the path that we need to take. Nah, that was my bad. Loop around this way. Yeah, this path is now open. Midwinter Hunter shield. That's going to probably be a water shield. Yeah, it's a water shield. Hey, more of these guys. Good thing I didn't cast. I had a feeling it's going to be a reflect wall. You kind of... I mean, the only way you can really... Petrocloud, awesome. I didn't realize those guys do that spell. But I'm kind of in trouble, so I'm going to go ahead and paparazzi. Ultimate Division. And we'll do fire. Yeah, the only way you can avoid the reflect wall, like, is to cast it before it does, but that generally doesn't happen. Yeah, Starlight Barrier only blocks one attack. And sorry if you're hearing construction outside. And yeah, we're back to more Switch puzzle stuff. Whoops. Did not mean to trigger this. Alright, Shangri-La. However you pronounce that. Ah, so bored. Tired of drinking tea by myself. When are they coming? The sensation. Hehehe. So the Hakurei Shrine Maiden and friends are here. I was tired of waiting. How should I cook them? Or how should I cook them up to make them pay for making me wait, I wonder? Speaking of which, it's good that they finally decided to hunt for me. But it took them quite a while, didn't it? If they don't hurry, another calamity might befall Gensokyo. Now, I welcome you all to come and defeat me, Tenshi Hinanai. What's it? Hinanai. There we go. Play my games, Hakurei Shrine Maiden. So yeah, we're now in the next section, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. What I want to do is go and get this chest, Moonlight Ring. Dark damage reduced by 75%. And I'm gonna go kill this bastard. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Seriously? No, they're vulnerable to fire. Did not know that. Well, got no choice but to use the same spell again. 0 damage, because of Starlight Barrier. Now they take half damage from fire. I definitely will look forward to finishing this dungeon so I don't have to fight these things again. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call this a video. I think it's gone on for about 40 minutes, so I apologize for going a little overtime, but I wanted to finish this section. So, I am the Depressed Eeyore, and this was Genius of Sappheiros Weekend. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys later.